And we are live. What is going on out there today, boys and girls? What's up? Brent Abel here, webtennis.com. Another episode of 7 Around 7. Hope you're having a spectacular start to your day. If you're catching the live version or maybe later in the day on the replay, whatever. Hope all is well and that you've got some tennis on tap today. I know I do. 10 a.m. over at the Steamboat Tennis Center. Looking forward to that with my buddy Bill for a good solid gusher over there. Around 10 o'clock this morning. So anyway, guys, what I've got for you today is I want to show you with the underspin backhand when I like to slide it, right? Maybe play a slice, or when I like to top it. And it's all based, for me, it's based on trying to take time away from that opponent. And we're going to get into that in just a second. Before we do, a quick heads up reminder, and the link is down below in the description area. I've updated my underspin backhand drive course, included a couple of new videos, and basically because I want us to get less passive with it rather than think about so much of a slice defensive kind of back rally ball in play shot. Let's ignite the afterburners on the thing and let's get offensive with it, right? And I want to do that so that you create more opportunities to be able to control the point, if not have kind of put away chances. But also we got to make sure that we do this without taking a risk of an unforced error, right? So there's kind of the balance, but I really want to kick it up a notch in terms of making it more offensive for you. In this course, I'm going to show you how to do it. It's really kind of broken down into 5 different parts. And anyway, look, here's the heads up part, is that the enrollment closes tomorrow night, Wednesday, August 11th. Because I've got this updated course packaged with 4 other very closely related courses to it as bonuses, and the price is just ridiculously insane. And so that's why I've got to shut it down tomorrow night, Wednesday at midnight Pacific. So look, if your backhand slider, slice, underspin, floating too much, sitting up for that opponent, you need to check this thing out when we're done today. Down below in the description area is a link that will take you there, all the details. Guys, so look, let's get into this, and let me bring up the video that I've got for you. And yeah, so like I said in the beginning here, my whole thought on passing shots is really, I want to give this opponent the least amount of time to come in. And for me, that means not giving up court position, right? Look, I've just played a short ball. I'm assuming that he's going to play an approach. And so now I recognize, all right, it's to my backhand side. And yet it lands pretty short here, right? So I don't really have enough time to step forward and take it early that way. But I am going to not back up. I'm not going to lob it. And now, the question is, well, what's the right shot? Should they go up the line and go cross court? Well, in this case, I just chose to go cross court with the slider, right? Because topping it from down here, that's rough, man. I mean, this is a tough ball to top if it's that low and if you're stretched out that much. And again, I'm just trying to get it down below him. And if he gets to it, great. I can already tell he's not going to in this case. But I'm always thinking this is a 2-shot play, right? It's going to be a 2-shot play. I don't know, as I'm looking down, certainly don't know that he's covering up the line. Don't know if he's covering cross court, and don't know if he's sort of waiting, where he is right now, where I could play it underneath him, right? So there you go. That's one. And here's another one. Second serve, kind of a sitter second serve, not the best. And he ends up playing a good chip and charge. But again, I'm not going to back up on this thing. Could I top this? I could, but you know what? I think I'd be stretched out so much it'd be tough. So all I'm trying to do is the exact same thing. Take it early so that I've got a bigger target the whole value of taking a ball early is really two reasons. Is number one, you don't give up court position if he gets to it, right, to where you're back behind the baseline. And to me, the drop volley for that is really the right shot. But I now have a bigger target to hit into, right? And again, I'm assuming he's going to get to it. He does, but can't really handle it. So here's an example of one I like to top it. And he's playing serve and volley, and gosh darn it, hits a nasty first volley that if I was to play this slice here where the ball's bouncing right, I mean it's literally, what is that? Can we see it there? A couple feet from the baseline. The swing path to have to go down if you don't give up court position, if you don't back up, just ends up creating a float, right? The ball's going to be on the rise going over there, and that's not great. So for me, if I don't want to go way back on this thing and let the ball get up, then on the rise flat, right? Just meeting the ball, using the pace to be able to generate some extra power, right? So those are my two real benefits, I think, of thinking about the pass in terms of trying to create a bigger target. Now, look, on this one here, he's pretty well tight inside the service line, right? And it's a great deep first volley. So my whole thing is just pick a target. Well, this case, my target's cross court. Could I go up the line? I could, but you know what? To me, it feels a little tough to change direction, to change the angle of a ball that's going to be picked up on the rise. And so I'm just kind of hedging my bets on timing. Well, you know what? If I go cross court with it, if I'm a hair late, I go right at him. That's never a bad play. And if I'm more than a hair late, well, then maybe it ends up being an unintentional up the line passing shot winner. In this case, I do time it the way I want, cross court, and at least thinking two-shot play, got to be ready for the next ball, and there you have it. So it's really another reason for taking the ball on the rise is I like to feel that on the rise, a semi-flat topper pickup there's a lot of energy coming out of the bounce. And if you make contact right afterwards, even if it's not a really hard hit ball, there's energy in the ball coming out of the bounce that you can borrow. And if you just present that energy with a flat semi-top, barely, what happens is that ends up creating some, compression against the string bed with the ball slightly flattens out, right? So there you have it. So guys, look, hope this has helped. Again, a quick reminder on this new updated course that I've got for you for your offensive underspin backhand derive. Let's put some giddy up into it, right? Let's really kind of get out of the mindset that this is a passive defensive, slider cross court. I'm not saying that's not what we want to do sometimes, but there's lots of opportunities to go ahead and drive this thing. And as we've talked about, today's Thursday, what we talked about Monday and Tuesday was, what are a couple of reasons for this backhand floating and sitting up over there? Well, one of them is just too much spin. And we actually want to have a little bit less spin. I'm not saying we should go flat on it, but we want to go a little bit less spin. And some of that is, if that's your thinking, that's not really your fault, because I think what we've gotten into in the last couple decades is this whole thing about topspin, and the more is the better. And then someone says, well, we got to go underspin. And that same thought of, well, we got to really, really impart a lot of spin is just not true. And that's one reason that we get the float and the sit. The other reason we get a floater and a sitter is because our swing path is actually too much high to low. again, going back to topspin, what are we thinking about? Well, it's low to high, right? So why wouldn't an underspin, as opposed to a topspin, be high to low? Well, it might start up this way, as you can see in the picture on my shoulder, but as I showed you guys on Tuesday, it's actually more of a forward linear swing path, and the spin's really actually imparted more with the grip, the continental grip, which naturally opens up the racket face slightly, so that when you have that more of a forward swing, that's really what imparts the spin. I want to show you all of this in this updated course I've got. The link is down below. That will take you to where you can get full details of everything that's in the package, that's in the bundle, the masterclass plus the 4 bonus courses, and kind of the silly price that I've got in there. That all that goes away tomorrow night. I've got it closing Wednesday. Yes, that's right. That's right. Tonight. No, wait. What is today? Today is. Like, I'm getting ahead of myself here. Today is Tuesday. Today's Tuesday the 10th. Anyway, closing tomorrow night, Wednesday, August 11th, midnight Pacific, and then everything goes back to its retail pricing. Guys, let me know what's on your mind with today's episode with the passing shot. Omar, some guys in my league might have called that ball out and they would win the point that way. I like your way better. I see. Well, that's a discussion for another episode of, why people seem to see balls out that aren't. Ouch. Anyway, so guys, look, any questions on today's stuff down below in the comments area, let me know. You can always shoot me an email, brent@webtennis.com. And any questions about the course that you might have, again, brent@webtennis.com. All right, guys, it's time. As always, we got to get out there. We have to. Today, yes, and I've got the date right now. It is Tuesday, August the 10th. Let's get out there. Help someone else have a spectacular day. Guys, I'll see you again tomorrow.